Good evening. Two people in custody at the Anchorage jail are suing the state, saying they're not being given adequate nourishment as they observe Ramadan, the Muslim holy month. Ramadan began on May 16th and ends June 16th. It involves fasting from dawn to dusk, which in Anchorage is 19 hours in the middle of June. An emergency lawsuit filed by a nonprofit that advocates on behalf of Muslims claims people observing Ramadan at the Anchorage jail are getting cold meals, while other inmates there get hot ones. The lawsuit claims the bagged meals they get at night are below caloric and nutritional standards and contain pork products. The lawsuit says Muslims in DOC custody are, quote, suffering irreparable harm to their health, including malnutrition, starvation, weight loss, hunger pangs, headaches, dizziness, among other things. A DOT spokesperson said the department can't comment publicly on pending litigation, but today the standards administrator met with KTVA 11's Daniela Rivera to discuss their policies for accommodating religious and other dietary needs. Daniela.
Well, Emily, Corrections says it currently accommodates the needs and practices of people belonging to 30 different religions. That includes worshipers from the Church of Christ to the Church of Satan and, yes, Islam. And that list isn't final. If someone wishes to practice another religion and can do so safely inside a DOC facility, the department says it will help. What's in a meal? At state prisons and jails, that depends on who you are.
We're giving a nutritious meal that's been approved by our dietitian.
Standards Administrator Jeremy Huff says while it's a tall order, accommodating the dietary needs of 30 religions, as well as people who have allergies or are vegan and vegetarian by choice, they do the best they can.
We have things like tofu, bean burritos.
This Ramadan, a period of fasting observed by Muslims, is no exception.
They provide them with 2 sack lunches in the evening time. And so the inmates, depending on whether they are fasting to a very strict Ramadan schedule, which here in a polar city like Anchorage would be 22 hours, which is quite excessive. So they could choose to do that, or they can choose to eat at any other time. Some eat at the time of sunrise and sunset in Mecca, and some choose to eat at sunrise and sunset at the nearest non-polar city.
These are the cold meals becoming a hot topic. The chicken wrap meal has about 3,500 calories. The sandwich meal has about 2,100. The DOC says there are no pork products in this food. The salami is made with turkey, and each sack includes 4 servings of fruit and 2 of veggies, milk, and cake. The meals are required under the same law that requires DOC to let people exercise their constitutional right to practice their religion of choice. But Huff says that same law allows the DOC to require people to prove their sincerity, something he says they don't enforce. Religious literature and items are also allowed.
Prayer beads, prayer rugs, head coverings.
But at some point, they have to draw the line when a request could jeopardize safety.
For example, we're not going to let you have a ceremonial dagger or something like that in there to practice your religion with.
What do you say to people who say, this is jail, it's not a 5-star hotel, maybe you shouldn't have committed a crime?
Well, I would say that, you know, a lot of these folks are going to be out and they're going to be your neighbors. And don't you want to provide them with the best opportunities to succeed? And one of those ways would be helping promote their spiritual growth, and that through accommodating these requests.
The DOC says right now there are 10 people signed up for the Ramadan meal service at the Anchorage jail, and not all of them are Muslim. Anyone who wants to can participate. We're also told those accommodations there are the bare minimum because it's a pretrial facility. That facility is housing more long-term inmates. They offer a hot meal in the evening as well as scheduled prayer services. Emily?
All right, thanks so much, Daniela.